If I am being completely honest, I hate the fact that I overthink. I overthink so much I don't take any action. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Basically stoic for saying done is better than perfect, and I'm pretty sure you've heard that one. I vlogged my entire summer on a camcorder, and I think that was the best thing I could have done. And I know you might ask, how does this have anything to do with a camcorder? But I'll tell you why. At the start of summer, I hadn't really posted on here a lot. I knew I wanted to create and make videos, but I just didn't know how because I didn't want to film with my phone, or filming with a camera just felt like I had to perfect my color grading so it had this cinematic look. And I just didn't feel like I was getting better at making videos. When I'd start filming, I'd easily get overwhelmed because I would overthink what the results will look like. I was overthinking myself out of action. I got so restless internally because I kept having this craving to do something, but I kept thinking up random excuses as to why I couldn't. So I decided enough was enough, and I chose to oversimplify my process and get a camcorder. I knew I always wanted one, but I had overthought the process of getting one. It was actually quite tedious. Pretty much spent the whole day on Facebook Marketplace searching and researching specs, but it was all worth it because this is my favorite purchase of the year, my camcorder. I know we like to over-romanticize our past because it feels like times were simpler then, but if we go back to our past selves, they'll only complain about how miserable they are in the moment. Everyone craves nostalgia in this modern world. I know I do, and maybe that's why I always wanted this camera. Maybe it's the imperfection for me. I know it's not the most cinematic camera, but everything is so optimized today that I think I need little reminders of imperfection. That is weird, I know, but isn't that how most things naturally are? Imperfectly perfect? I think the imperfections tell a story. Think about it. If everyone was perfect, what would make us different or unique? A camcorder is a reminder of that to me. I'm not out to get some overly curated shot with this camera, just real and raw emotions and interactions. It is plain and simple. It's not too complicated to get a hang of. The footage is clear enough to see what is happening, but not super clear to see all the pores of my skin, which, let's be real, can feel super invasive. I feel like a kid again with this thing. It doesn't feel like I'm capturing footage, but also documenting the emotions and the moods of the scene. And I don't have to worry about shutter speed or my ISO or even recording in log to color grade later. I just point and record. When I focus on all that stuff, I realize it's not about the moment anymore. It's about getting the perfect shot. But to me, that's not as important as staying in the moment. As someone trying to find her creativity while still being in the moment, this was the perfect decision I could have made, switching to this camera. I can be present in the moment while documenting what I'm feeling and experiencing, and I have less things to trigger my overthinking tendencies. Creating isn't just a hobby or a thing you practice. It is a form of self-expression. I want you to feel what I feel and see what I see. Call me overly romantic if you want, but there's just so much beauty around. And that's what I want to document. Not because I'm creating or curating it necessarily, but because it is there to just be observed. Anyways, if you've been in your head trying to do something lately, maybe try simplifying it. I had a camcorder.